how's your boyfriend lucky to have you? You're fucking your boss. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated?
You cannot out-train a bad diet.
Never believe everything a woman tells you. She will always leave something out. You're always broke because you spend your money on dumb shit every month. If you've only slept with 5 guys, then why was it so easy to fuck you?
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live, presented by Happy Hippo Herbals. It is Tuesday, December 12th, 2017. Tuesday night is bowling night for the sharpshooters. Looking to redeem myself after last week's abysmal performance. Got some practice in this past weekend, so I'm looking forward to getting out on the lanes tonight. So, should be a fun night for Bowling League. So, of course, we're going to do an H&T show that is high and tight. That's a fancy way of saying we're going to keep it short on Tuesday nights. Earlier this afternoon, I posted my review of the beard products that I received from 1821manmade.com. I actually opened those products live and on the air. I forget which episode it was, but it was about a month ago. It was a little bit after episode 141 when I had Kevin Samuels on, who incidentally enough introduced me to that company. So in the spirit of that review, I'm going to give you guys 6 ways to tighten up your beard game and keep it looking and feeling great. So let's go ahead and get to it. Number 1, do not forget to condition your beard. A lot of guys put all sorts of beard products on and in their beards, but they don't get any results. And more often than not, it's because they're not conditioning their beards. They wash it with shampoo, but they leave out the conditioner, and that's where they go wrong. It is very important to condition your beard because it adds and keeps the moisture in your beard. It also prevents it from getting dry, getting brittle, making it hard to manage, etc. We see a lot of dudes walking around with frizzy, sloppy beards that are dry and crazy looking, and the likely reason is that they are not conditioning their beard. So always remember to condition your beard. Number 2. And again, I do all of these myself, but this is something I'm not sure that a lot of guys are doing. I don't talk to guys about beard care. I just kind of do it myself. Obviously, the results speak for themselves. For those of you guys watching, my beard game is tight. You guys can always see that I'm always sporting the good facial salad here, facial hair. Number 2, brush your beard in the shower. This is one of the main reasons my beard looks this good. And I actually do this in conjunction with conditioning it. So what I'll do is I'll jump in the shower, I'll get my beard wet, I'll get it nice and soaked, then I'll put the conditioner in. I leave the conditioner in while I wash up, and when I'm ready to rinse it out, I don't rinse it out with my hands, all right? I brush it out. I stand under the shower head, I let the water cascade down my face and through my beard, and I brush out the conditioner. Gentlemen, this is the best way to train your beard. By brushing the conditioner out of your beard, you are reinforcing the way you want your beard to lay, the way it should lay, which is down and close to your face. Then when you get out of the shower and you get ready to apply your beard products, and I'll get to that a little bit later on, your beard is already halfway to where it needs to be. Scrubbing the conditioner out with your hands drastically slows down the training process of your beard. Brush out the conditioner, train your beard properly. Number 3, use 2 brushes. So some of you are probably just thinking, okay, Donovan, I get the brushing my beard in the shower thing, but won't that mess up my brush? Won't water cause it to erode faster? Won't it soften up my bristles? Well, the answer to that is yes. The solution is to get a brush for the shower and then a brush for regular use. These are the 2 brushes I use here, all right? This brush, the one in my left hand, is the one that I use in the shower, all right? This is what I use to brush the conditioner out of my beard, okay? The shower, the darker brush, this is the brush that I use on my beard when I'm not in the shower. This side right here has very firm, very hard, this side right here has very firm, very hard bristles. This has very soft bristles. I always recommend getting one of these brushes that has 2 sides, because you need to, there's a time and a place to brush your beard with the hard bristles, the more sturdy, the more coarse bristles, and then there's a time to brush with the soft bristles. I generally, after I apply my beard products, I brush with the soft bristles first to get things spread out, because of course when your beard is wet, it's much softer when it's wet. And if you use hard bristles, you could irritate the skin underneath. You're not really changing anything because your beard hasn't hardened up yet, hasn't dried up yet. So yeah, so use 2 brushes, one for the shower. This is the one I use for the shower. This is one I use otherwise. When you use a brush in a shower, like I said earlier, the bristles do soften up much more quickly because it's exposed to water regularly. And while soft bristles do have their purpose, like I just explained, you need the firm bristles too, like I just explained. So to make sure your bristles stay nice and firm and your brush doesn't erode early, use 2 brushes. And I would recommend the 2 that I just showed you guys. I don't know. I think this one was maybe $6. I think this one was like maybe $4 or whatever. I'll probably replace this one here in about a month or so. And this one I actually just got. I just replaced the other one. So when I replace this one, I'll end up using this one for the shower and then using the new one for outside of the shower. So that's how I did. I rotate it. Number 4, use tweezers for the inside of your goatee area. Now, even though I'm not the guy who's looking for a crispy, razor sharp beard lineup. And if you guys are watching, you can see that my beard has character. It has definition. You can see the purpose of my beard. You see that my beard has purpose. You see the look I'm going for. But listen, I don't have the money to pay a traveling barber $400 an hour to keep my lines crispy all day. I don't need the kind of beard lineup that after a few hours, everything is out of whack because one hair has grown out of place. Don't get me wrong. I mean, listen, we all see the YouTube videos. We all see dudes walking around with like these razor sharp, crispy beards. But what happens 6 hours later? What happens when the 5 o'clock shadow hits? No, you want a beard. And you can see here that my beard line, even though it is tight, you can see that the hairs do still grow, even though the hairs still grow because I don't have it all shaped up and lined up, which isn't bad, but for my beard, I like to keep it like this. That way, as it does grow, it looks the same. All right, I don't have to worry about lining up my beard every 6 hours or every day. I probably line up my beard maybe twice a week at the very most, and that's just to trim up any stray hairs. Anyway, while I'm not the guy who has to have like an extra crispy beard line, it is important that your beard does have some definition, some character, just like I explained. The inside of the goatee area, guys, can literally make or break a beard. If the inside of your goatee area doesn't have a definition, if there's no purpose, if people can't tell what you're trying to do with it, then it makes you look bad. Some dudes attempt to try to trim the inside part of their beard, inside part of their goatee to give it a cleaner look. Naturally so. Well, a lot of times this is where mistakes are made because a lot of T-liners, okay, that you use to trim the inside are too long. And when they trim the inside, they're taking off more than they want to. Like if they go too far this way, they go too far on the outside, they end up having to go with a thinner line than they want. I like nice thick lines on either side of my goatee. It makes my beard, it gives my beard volume, it gives my beard depth. I like that look. Maybe you're a little bit different, but this is the kind of beard that best fits my face. Maybe you'll use something different. Well, anyway, the way I line up the inside of my goatee area is with tweezers. What I do is I pluck out the hair one by one until I get the look that I want. If I want to move the hairline on the bottom of my goatee down a little bit, I'll pluck the hairs right along there. And if I want to go even lower, then I can pluck it a little bit more. This is an easy and clean way to make sure that you don't cut into your beard or make mistakes and fuck up your entire beard, like fuck up your entire facial hair. It takes a while, okay? And it's gonna take some getting used to with plucking your beard with tweezers because some hairs are a little bit more sensitive than others, but it's well worth the trouble as you guys can see. Like the inside of my goatee does not look sloppy at all. Again, there is a clear definition. You guys know exactly what I'm trying to do with my beard. Everything lines up properly. I try to get it as symmetrical as I can, but I don't spend a bunch of time obsessing about it. This is another mistake that guys make with their beards. When they shape up their beards, you're trying to go for exact razor sharp symmetry, and that's where you can make mistakes. Look, if it looks the same, okay, just at first glance, then it's gonna look just fine. When people look at you, they see your face. They see your beard and they see, hey, he's got a nice beard, but they're not examining your beard like you are. You're not, oh man, I got a hair out of place. Let me trim that up. Oh shit, now I got to start all over again. No, Go for the symmetrical look. Be as symmetrical as you possibly can, but don't be obsessive about it, because if you're obsessive about it, you're going to make mistakes. I speak from personal experience. I've had to trim everything down many times because I got obsessive about the symmetry of my beard. You guys can, and listen, I can point out 3 imperfections in my beard right now, but because you guys aren't really, I don't know, you guys are probably paying attention now, but because people don't really pay attention to your beard as closely as you might, then you're going to mistake that for, a messed up looking beard. No, my beard looks good on first glance. Everybody knows that I have a good looking beard, so it does no good to obsess about it and continue to spend 3 hours trying to correct mistakes. Nah, make sure it's as symmetrical as possible and move on with life. Now, I actually trimmed the tuft area with the T-liner. I kind of push it in sometimes because this gets a little bit wide, but I tweeze the inside borders here, right in here, and I tweeze down here. And it's impossible to make a mistake. I get exactly the look that I want every single time. TSR Live is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. If you are looking for a caffeine-free energy boost with laser focus and an enhanced mood for hours, look no further than Happy Hippo Kratom. They've got over 24 strains available at rock bottom prices. And for a limited time, guys, you can save an additional 25% when you pay with Bitcoin. This includes your shipping. So go to happyhippoherbals.com today to take the first step in increasing your productivity and elevating your mood caffeine-free. That's happyhippoherbals.com. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp, like my Facebook page, TSR Live with Donovan Sharp, and you can add me as well. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp. The Sharp Reality, no spaces, all one word, is where you can find me on Instagram. You can find all things, you can find the TSR archive on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play app, on your mobile device, not on your phone, or I'm sorry, not on your computer, on your mobile device. A lot of guys are hitting me up and be like, hey, I can't find you on Google Play. It's not on your desktop. It's not on your laptop. It is on your mobile device. Of course, you can also find the archive right here on YouTube. For all things Donovan Sharp, go to donovansharp.com. There you will also find the TSR archive, which includes every episode from beginning to end, which includes Sharp Shorts, TSR Sports Talk, The Sharp Reality, and of course all editions of TSR Live, including episode 171 that you are listening to or watching now. You can also access the columns I've written for Return of Kings and Negro Manosphere under the Articles tab. I've got over 150 articles posted between the two sites for almost 4 years now. So if you want a solid supplement to the show, be sure to check those out. And let's hit the towers here and see who we've got in the house. Shout out to Eric P. with the $2 super chat. It says for the tip jar. Appreciate that. Everyday Dre asks first. Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Yeah, you were first again. John Paul, good to see you in here. Says, hell yeah, catching Donovan Sharp live. Yeah, listen, every weekday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Excalibur says, peace to the chat room. I guess he wanted to get in and get out. John Paul says he's trying to get his John B on. I don't know if it was John B. Who had that. I don't even know what that beard was called, man. Like with the really, really thin like beard line. That's funny as shit, man. John Paul says, do you use Beijing on the beard? No. This is 100% all natural, guys. This is all my hair. I don't use markers. I don't use Beijing. And listen, I'm not going to hate on guys who use Beijing because, listen, girls respond better to dudes who have thicker, fuller looking beards. But no, I do not use Beijing. I use 1821 man-made products, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, thanks for asking. Listen, it's funny, man. Like people, it's sort of a compliment. When people, I'm not saying that you accuse me, JP, but my haters are saying, oh, you used Beijing on your beard, or you colored in your hairline, or whatever. You're 40 years old, you're balding. Nah, nigga. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate that my hairline is crispy enough for you to accuse me of using Beijing, but it ain't like that. So appreciate the love there, man. Thank you. Deep 1985, good to see you in here. JR Wisdom says King Leonidas in the building. That's right. Hashtag beard gang. I'll add to that hashtag beard game. Good stuff. Excalibur says for brothers with really thick beards, use a wooden beard comb. Yes. Yes, I assume you're talking about this one right here. And before, now again, I'm always rotating my beard brushes. This was the beard brush that I used for my on the outside, I'll pull up my dry brush and my wet brush. So before this was my dry brush, and the bristles were extremely, extremely firm, but I knew I needed a soft bristled brush. So I took this to the shower, and then I ended up buying this one right here. So this is my dry brush, and this is my wet brush. I assume that you're talking about a wooden beard brush, I guess. Let me know in the chat if I got that right. If so, yeah, I definitely concur with that for sure. Mr. Old School Writer in the house, he says the beard man himself. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. John Paul says, off topic, what's your thoughts on Twista? Where do you rank him? Listen, I'm not going to discuss things that I'm not talking about. No disrespect, John Paul, but let's keep it to beards. Let's keep it to beards. I assume you're talking about the dude who did that cut with Jamie Foxx and Kanye West back in the day. That's the only, I mean, that's the last thing listen, I don't keep up with music, man. I listen to hip hop and R&B like the next guy, but I'm not into that stuff. Really not. Pro Style 1, good to see you in here. Ah, Excalibur, the chin strap. That's exactly what that was. It was the chin strap. God almighty, man. Dude, the chin strap used to be all the rage. And this was before I could grow a beard. This was like in the late 90s, because John B came out with that, listen to me, talking about I don't know about hip hop and R&B. John B came out with, he released, what was his, Cool Relax back in the summer of 98. And that's when he had that chin strap. And people were like, yo, John B, whatever. And see, this is a habit that I have. There we are. See? There we are. I was a little itchy on this side, so instead of using my fingers, I just, brush the itch. I'm always working the beard, guys. Beard game is tight. Jamie Morales says, nah, nigga, says, man, I love this show. John Paul says, Donovan keeps it all the way 100. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, I had some hater who was saying something like, oh, your hairline is this and that. The other. I'm like, are you serious with that? Like, you're making fun of my hairline? Like, this dude is like 55 years old or some shit. Had a fat ass wife. Not PHAT, like as in fat wife. I'm like, dude, your wife is fat. Why are you worried about my hairline? Fuck out of here with that. All right, well, let us continue the show with number 5. Wash your beard every 2 weeks with shampoo. This is another huge mistake that dudes make when they are taking care of their beards. They wash their beards every day or every other day or even every third day, and that is way too often, guys. Washing your beard too frequently strips out its natural oils and it dries out. And what ends up happening is that your beard is untrainable. All right. It looks sloppy. It's brittle. It's dry. It's frizzy. It looks bad. Personally, I wash my beard about every 2 weeks. Sometimes I wait 2.5 weeks. But again, you guys don't have to worry about buildup or smell. If you are conditioning your beard every other day or every third day and brushing out the conditioner, all right, smell will not be an issue, which leads me to number 6, which is use 1821 man-made beard products. As I said at the top of the show, I did my review of 1821 man-made. Make sure you guys check that out. But the long and the short of that review is that these are the best beard products on the market, guys, hands down. And listen, I've got my beard is tough to manage because listen, I'm a black guy, and it's easy for the black beard to get frizzy and out of control because we have very thick, very kinky hair, and if it gets dry for even a millisecond, it just goes everywhere, and you end up having to start all over again. Well, when you get out of the shower, after conditioning your beard and brushing out the conditioner, apply the pomade or the clay or the paste to your wet beard, and then you brush it in. At some point, I'll do an instructional video, but I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You rub it, okay? You apply it to your beard. You let it set for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. You take your dry brush now, and you brush it in. That's what you do. And this is the direction that I brush my beard, guys. I guess I'll just give you guys a quick tutorial here. I always brush my beard down because my beard is trained to be brushed down. My goal is to keep my beard hairs as close to my face as possible. All right. And in the 1821 man-made review, I talked about the reason why these are the best beard products on the market. And the reason for that is because this is the longest I've grown my beard in years. If I were to fan it all the way out, I'd look like James Harden or Rick Ross. Okay, but because these products adds weight to my beard, my beard lays close to my face, so I have a good, thick, black, dense beard. Okay, it's even, it's thick, it's dense. I'll probably grow it out for maybe another 2 weeks. I don't want it to get, I don't know. I don't really want it to get too much thicker than this, but I do want a little bit more volume. I want a little bit more depth. So I may let it go a little bit longer, but I don't have to worry about getting frizzing out of control because I use the 1821 man-made products. Now, personally, I use a combination of all three. And there are many benefits, many of which I pointed out in the review. One of those benefits is the way your beard smells. Without giving away what's in the review, by using 1821 man-made beard products, you never have to worry about your beard smelling bad, all right? If you are looking for a healthy beard that looks great, feels great, and smells good, head over to 1821manmade.com. It's not the cheapest stuff out there, guys, but it is well worth the extra coin, and a little bit goes a long way. So one jar should last you a good long while. Plenty of ways to contribute to the show. You can donate via Super Chat right here on YouTube, just like Eric P did. Shout out to him for the $2 Super Chat. You can also drop a little something in the tip jar at the top of my homepage, donovansharp.com, or you can subscribe to Donovan's Den on Patreon. Guys, whether you are looking for a jumpstart in your red pill development or you need a refresher course on living the red pill life, subscribe to Donovan's Den. It is just $5 a month on Patreon. I've talked about getting over approach anxiety, dealing with shit tests, performance enhancing substances that can and will change your life for the better, how to attract beautiful women before you even learn game, undercover slut tells that the vast majority of men are completely clueless about. Last week, I gave you guys 3 ways to keep your girl from fucking her coworkers, and a couple of days, or yesterday actually, I started my 3-part series on how adopting certain villainous characteristics will not only get you far more pussy than being a hero, you'll also live a better life. To get access to this valuable information, do what the other 123 men have done and subscribe to Donovan's Den today on Patreon for just $5 a month. Again, that's less than 17 cents a day, guys. I know you can afford it. That's not a lot of coin for a lot of great information. You can find the link on my website in the description in this episode, my YouTube channel homepage, or you can go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp to subscribe. Let's head back to the chat. John Paul says, see me talking about 1821. I might have to look into co-signing if you're co-signing it. Yeah, listen, you guys know that I never ever, I'm not a product pusher. I'm not the guy who's just going to take product and money from everybody. Kevin Samuels introduced me to the guy. He said, look, you're a guy obviously who takes good care of the hair on his head. It's obvious that you take tremendous pride in your beard, your hair, your hairline, blah, 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 blah. Let me introduce you to this company. I think you're going to love their products. And listen, he wasn't wrong. And I'm not the guy who's going to come on here and say, well, I was skeptical. No, man. I had high expectations for these products and they delivered, hands down. So I'm glad that I was able to work something out with them. Barry CEO says, having a beard and tattoos will get you 100% of women's attention 80% of the time. That is 1,000% correct. That is 1,000% correct. As soon as when I lived in Vegas, that's when I first grew my beard. As soon as and I already had tattoos. When you grow a beard, when you grow a beard and you have tattoos, you are automatically more attractive than 95% of other men out there. You don't even have to be in great. If you are in half decent shape, you have a beard and tattoos, you're already getting looks from women. Doesn't matter what, dude, doesn't matter your skin tone, doesn't matter who you are or what you do. Does not matter. Beard plus tattoos equals more opportunities. That's how it goes. John Paul says, no homo, but who do you think's got sick beard game and why? Who's got the tightest beard game out there? Let me think. Man, that's a good question. There are a lot of Fucking fat. Dude, David Ortiz, former Boston Red Sox slugger, future Hall of Famer, his beard game, dude, be on point. Half of the Kansas City Royals, their beard game is on point. Eric Hosmer, Alex Gordon, all those guys, man. Oh, dude, Dallas Keuchel, pitch. These are all baseball guys, right? None of the hockey guys, because they're all, you know, sloppy beards or whatever. But yeah, in the world of sports, which is my main realm, yeah, dude, Dallas Keuchel, probably the best beard in baseball. Yeah, I would say those guys. I would definitely say those guys. Dallas Keuchel, dude, Dallas Keuchel. Oh yes, sharp assist says Fletcher Cox. Yes, Fletcher Cox absolutely has that tight beard game. That's for sure. I forgot about him. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to have that tight. That beard game's gonna have to be tighter because he's gonna have to carry that defense. Well, that's gonna do it for TSR Live. I'm gonna go hit the lanes and hopefully I won't stink up the joint. And we should be good to go. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Eric P for the $2 super chat. Follow me on Instagram, The Sharp Reality, all one word, no spaces. TSR Live with Donovan Sharp on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.